With the title like Rules for Dating Trash, I don't think one is going to be confused about what they're going to get into. I'm expecting something trashy in the beginning or the end, maybe even fake dating and some development. Ihyeon went through a breakup so goddamn bad she had to drop out of college. And while I applaud her for being brave and going back at the ripe age of 25, I would think no breakup could be so bad, like destroying myself financially and changing the trajectory of me being able to get a career, like over some man. Like, I don't know, that's some insane writing. Would you? Whatever happened was so bad that the people there are so judgmental towards Ihyeon, gossiping about her being obsessed with a guy who broke up with her, calling her a stalker. I would assume there's more to it, and there would be maybe, I don't know, some empathy in some way, I don't know. But seemingly, since her ex approaches her and she's shocked, there's something more to the story. And he's just so whoop-de-doo. Him trying to say hi to her throws her off so bad to the point she's tripping to get out of class and she's just in a mind cluster. And this is where we're introduced to the, I'm assuming, new love interest, Jason Momoa. Fabio, practically any guy you could find working at an escape room. And as gorgeous as that man is and the life I could have provided him, being an obeying housewife, they, them for like 30 seconds, I slowly realized this is going to be like a playboy. I'm sorry, look at the title. Later on, Ihyeon is super interested in forums of the campus when someone leaves a gushing post over someone on campus, and the people are ruthless. Total womanizer, stole my girlfriend, a piece of work, who?
Oh, who is you?
But Ihyeon doesn't realize this is the guy from earlier, and as I read this, I slowly begin to become upset because I wanted him. But ironically, when she steps out, she sees a tall man just hunched over. Me, myself, I personally, you the viewer, we're probably not gonna bother somebody like that. But she gets the bright idea too, and it's Jason Momoa from earlier, completely dismissing her because he's making out with some random chick, saying, you wanna answer that or should I? In a retrospective, if they were really making out in the middle of the street and I saw something hunched over like that, I would assume it's a Wendigo and go about my business. I'm sorry. Following this, Ihyeon is completely embarrassed but is disturbed as to why people are making out in the middle of the street. Me too. But plot, she runs into Jason Momoa again, making out with another girl. But this time, he's profusely making eye contact with her and she's blushing. Maybe she's into cucking. Hotel levels above my understanding, gonna be honest. I don't really judge over here until it involves tentacles, gonna be honest. She realizes from the forums that he was the same guy they were talking about, but you sure can't help but notice how ruthless these students are, like suggesting the MC is literally some kind of serial just because of what she's wearing. Like, come on. Notice how no one has said anything about the ex yet. Shit, I'll start it off. A decompressed mattress. A raw sawfish. How the heck is this guy a TA at 25, 26? Shouldn't he be a professor by now? Someone's GPA isn't adding up. Hashtag noticing. But as she's deep in thought, she got hit with a ball, and whoop-de-doo, Jason Momoa appears to save her and tells her she looks cute without her glasses. Don't forget the title of the series. We cut to him literally not that far ahead talking to his homeboy saying she's just not that attractive at all. But as more coincidences keep happening, she just can't stop running into him. But for some reason, he thinks it's his chance to make a move and she runs away. But because this is a romance and these two are obviously supposed to end up together at some point, they end up having one of the same classes, just for her ex to be a teacher's assistant. As predicted, she's embarrassed, making eye contact during roll call, and Fabio notices, and as she leaves, thinking this isn't as awkward as it could have been, Jason Momoa puts his arm around her, trying to make small talk about the class. And as she's telling him to get his arm off of her and that they aren't friends, her ex waltz in calling for her and she rushes out. He rushes after her, asking if that's her ex, and he was intentionally trying to rile her up. And as he knows her name, because she's popular for the wrong reasons, he takes notes that she's not interested in the conversation, but keeps answering questions. I don't know, maybe because you keep trailing behind her. They both make it a point that they both have a reputation on campus, and he wants her to remember his name, Chanu. She feels something for that for some reason. Sure, somehow, some way they have lunch, and we get a little insight into this mysterious relationship. And to get her mind off of this, she goes out for a snack, but runs into a drunk man, and he starts losing it.
Oh, who is you?
And I was going to assume, since we're seeing a shot of Chanu, he was just gonna come in and interfere, and he doesn't. It took a whole random lighter to hit him to somehow intimidate this drunk man, and he barely did anything. And when he notices that Ihyeon is crying, that he knows that she's always seeming to get into something. And instead of comforting her, he says he doesn't like comforting people, but then proceeds to ask for her number. What kind of psychology is this? What? Anyways, her ex pops up in the corner trying to say something to her, but she ends up pulling Chanu closer to her to send some kind of sign, and that's what I've read so far. Now, Rules for Dating Trash seems to be a petty, chaotic thing. I don't know where this might go, but I want to know what happened with the ex. If it's as bad as the people are making it out to be. If Ihyeon and Chanu are gonna be doing some fake dating thing to get back at him, I'm honestly okay with it. Seeming the fact the ex is trying to interact with her and the characters are just not being empathetic towards her, I feel like what happened was probably worse for her than what it actually was. If Chanu is going to be the love interest possibly, we need to get him together. He needs to drop that playboy thing, and I'm not taking of criers. Something needs to happen. Maybe some fake dating is gonna set him straight. But me personally, I love a fake dating trope. So what do you think? I think this is pretty petty. If Chanu came up to you, what would you like him? What would you do in her shoes? Be honest. If you're interested in what you heard and even like it, it's called Rules for Dating Trash, only on Webtoon. Make sure to leave a like, share the video, and subscribe, and I'm out.